I've read 30 books in 2025, and these have been my favorites from each month. In January, I only read one book, and that was The Poppy War, so that would be my favorite for that one. In February, my favorite was The Dragon Republic, which is the second book in the Poppy War series, and I think the best one out of the trilogy. In March, it was the release of Sunrise on the Reaping, and that was my favorite book for this month, and I'm super excited for the movie that's coming out next year too. In April, my favorite was The Fellowship of the Ring, which is my first time reading and watching anything from Lord of the Rings, so I was super excited to begin that series, and I think the book was just incredible. It makes sense why it's so well acclaimed. May, it was The Two Towers, which is the second book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. In June, I only read Empire of Silence, so that would have to be my favorite from that month, but it wasn't my favorite out of the Sun Eater series, but it would have to be, I guess, my favorite from June. July and August, I didn't read anything. I was in a reading slump. In September, my favorite book that I read was Assassin's Apprentice, which is the first book in the Farseer trilogy and my introduction to Robin Hobb, and I just love her writing. I think she is such a great author. In October, my favorite book was Blood Over Brighthaven, which was my first Emma Long book, and I love her. I think that this book was 6 stars, and from the beginning it just pulls you in. The prologue is very good, and if you're looking for a slump buster, this one is perfect for that. In November, my favorite was Lies of Locke Lamora. Loved this book so much. December, which obviously this month hasn't closed out yet, so maybe I'll change my mind, but so far it is Sword of Kaigen, which is my second Emma Long book. It's just solidified her as one of my favorite authors. I think she just writes so well, and her worlds are so immersive, and if you haven't read one of her books, I would highly recommend. Those are all my favorites from each month this year. Hopefully I can read more than 30 books next year. Let me know if we have any similar favorites, and we can talk about them in the comments.